Hello, my dear children. Welcome back to the English class. A warm greetings to one and all. In this session, we are going to learn about nouns. So, up to first standard onwards, we have learned about nouns, right? We know very well about nouns. What is nouns? Name of the person, places, things, or animals are called nouns, right? So, today in this session, we have learned the different types of nouns and its functions, right? So let me learn about this. So to this session we are going to learn about noun 8th standard, the first topic noun, right? Are you ready? Yes, I hope you all are very fine in your home. Keep learning and watch till end of this video and take note on this video, then only you can get the key points of this topic, right? Let me see the pictures as well the flow charts what we are going to learn about in this video. Are you ready? Okay, the first one, you know nouns are words denoting things and people. For example, house. So already we know that, right? What we have learned from first standard, second standard, and till the seventh standard, we have learned very well about nouns, right? So we know clearly about nouns. So that is why what is noun? Nouns are the words denoting things, people, for people, animals, or places, right? So for example, house, trees, child, water, teacher, etc. They may also denote abstract ideas or feelings. So it may denotes about ideas or feelings. For example, truth, happiness, honesty, etc. Right? Noun na enna? Noun in the sense it is denoting the things, people, animals and places. So nouns அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது நேம் ஆஃப் த பிளேஸாக இருக்கலாம், அல்லது நேம் ஆஃப் த பர்சனாக இருக்கலாம், அல்லது நேம் ஆஃப் த அனிமலாக இருக்கலாம். ஸோ எந்த வகையான நேமிங் வேர்டாக இருந்தாலும் தட் இஸ் கால்ட் நவுன், ரைட்? So example words we have learnt about it. They may also denote abstract ideas. Abstract ideas in the sense it denotes about the feelings, inner feeling, right? We cannot see that. So it is abstract noun. For example, truth. Can you see the truth? No, we cannot, right? So that is called abstract noun. Happiness. Happiness in the sense when we are smiling or laughing out, we can see that. But inside we have happy. How can we see that? We cannot see that, right? So that is why it is an abstract noun. Truth, happiness and honesty are the abstract nouns, right? The next one, as you already know, nouns are broadly classified into the following types. So we know about the types of nouns, right? So as you already know, nouns are broadly classified into the following types. So following types தான் வந்து நவுனோட டைப்ஸை நாம டிவைட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம், ரைட்? The first one, proper nouns and common nouns. What is proper noun? When we are mentioning the particular person, particular animals or particular place, that is called proper noun. Common noun in the sense when we are not mentioning the particular person, places, that is called common noun. When we are using the names generally, so it is called common noun. The next one, collective nouns. Group of things, group of people or group of animals are called collective nouns. For example, bunch of keys, bunch of grapes, an army of soldiers and bouquet of flowers, right? So these are the collective nouns example. The next one, compound nouns. What is compound nouns? Compound nouns is nothing but we have used as a noun. As a noun, one or more than one words are called compound noun. Actually ஒரே ஒரு noun மென்ஷன் பண்றதுக்காக ஒரு வார்த்தைக்கு மேற்பட்ட வார்த்தைகளை யூஸ் பண்ணும்போது that is called compound noun. For example, swimming pool, washing machine and waterfalls, these are the compound nouns because we are mentioning two words to mention the particular naming word, particular noun, right? So that is called compound words, right? Group of words are mentioning the only one noun, it is called compound noun, right? So keep in your mind what is compound noun. The next one, material noun. So what is material noun? Material noun in the sense when we are using the material substances, for the building is a common noun, right? So how can we construct the building using the cement, stone and bricks and water, sand, as well the materials? What are the materials need we have to construct the building, right? So என்னென்ன things எல்லாம் நாம யூஸ் பண்ணி பண்றோமோ அதுதான் material of substances, right? So நாம ஒரு building கட்டுறோம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா அதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ற materials are called material nouns, right? So basic substances are called the material noun, right? நாம யூஸ் பண்ற இப்போ டேபிள் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொன்னா டேபிளுக்கு என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணிருப்போம்? wood. So that is material noun. Gold, silver, these and all material nouns, right? So keep in your mind 5 types of nouns we have learned: proper noun, common noun, collective nouns, compound nouns and material nouns. The next one, countable nouns. Countable nouns in the sense you know already, right? So what is countable, uncountable? We have learned in the previous class as well, the previous video. Countable nouns are we can numbered, right? நம்மளால என்ன பண்ண முடியும்? It can be numbered. நம்மளால அதை கவுண்ட் பண்ண முடியும், அதை நம்பர் சொல்ல முடியும். இப்போ ஒரு பொருள் ஒரு 10 பென்சில் அங்க வச்சுட்டு அதுல எவ்வளவு இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொன்னா we can count it, right? 10 pencils are there, we can say. So that is called countable noun, because countable noun வந்து நம்மளால கவுண்ட் பண்ண முடியும், right? So it can be numbered. These are called countable nouns, right? So countable noun என்ன? நம்மளால எண்ண முடிந்த பொருட்கள், அது சிங்குலரா இருக்கலாம் அல்லது ப்ளூரலா இருக்கலாம். The next one, uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns in the sense we cannot count it, right? Water, oil, milk, so these and all we cannot count it, right? So that is called uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns என்ன? அது வந்து நமக்கு சிங்குலரோ ப்ளூரலோ கிடையாது. It is a common thing, right? So we cannot count it. So it is called uncountable nouns, right? Keep in your mind how many types are there in nouns: proper noun, common noun, collective noun, compound noun, material noun, countable noun and uncountable noun, right? So keep in your mind, right? So let me see the next. The first thing, noun. So nouns in the sense as well the types of nouns. Then the first one, common noun. Common persons are things the same kind. We are using the one unit to mention the common things. So general names are called common noun. For example, girl, dog, country, these and all the common noun, right? The next one, proper noun. So proper noun in the sense names of particular places, persons are called proper noun. Example, Raj, Ravi, Delhi, Chennai, Mumbai, these are the proper nouns. Proper nouns always start with the capital letter. So keep in your mind, how could you understand, how could you identify the proper noun? It should start with capital letter. So proper noun sentence la enga use பண்ணிருந்தாலும் we should start with the capital letter, so you can identify easily, right? So proper noun. The next one, collective noun. Collective noun in the sense already we know that collective noun, a collection or group of people or things are the same kind is called collective noun. So when we are using the group of people or group of animal or group of things are called the collective noun, as that are the same kind. Class, herd of cows in the sense கால்நடை மந்தைகள் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா? So that is called herd of cows. The next one, material nouns. Already we know that, right? So material are substances used for making things. So substances used for making things in the sense when we are seeing the nouns or things name, it used by the so many material substances. Material substances in the sense when we are seeing the plastic or what are the things in our hand. ஏதாவது ஒரு திங்ஸ் மேக் பண்றோம் அல்லது ஒரு பில்டிங் கட்டுறோம் அல்லது ஒரு பஸ் ரெடி பண்றோம்னா கூட நாம நிறைய மெட்டீரியல்ஸை கம்பைன் பண்ணி தான் ஒரு திங் உருவாக்குவோம் இல்லையா? So that is called material noun. What are the elements we are using for the thing, using for making things, that is called material nouns. The next one, compound nouns. Compound made of the two or more existing words: blackboard, washing machine, swimming pool. We have learnt about it, right? The next one, countable in the sense countable things we can count using numbers: 3 men, a car, an idea. These may be singular or plural. Uncountable in the sense uncountable things we cannot count using numbers. We cannot count it, right? So oxygen, can you count the oxygen? No, we cannot count, right? So money in the sense it is a common thing, we should not count it. Sand, these do not have a plural form, so it do not have plural form, right? So it does not have the plural form. Keep in your mind. So types of nouns with the examples we have learnt it, right? The next one, the first thing, nominalization. Nominalization. So first time we are learning this topic, right? So keep in your mind, what is nominalization? Nominalization in the sense, nouns where the nouns having formed, right? So எங்க இருந்து இந்த noun form ஆகுது, எப்படி form ஆகுது அப்படின்றத நம்ம பார்க்கலாம். verb கூட சில suffixes சேர்த்தா நாம வந்து என்ன பண்ணலாம், noun change பண்ணலாம். adjective கூட சில suffixes சேர்த்தா it will change into noun, right? So that is the topic we are going to learn about, nominalization. Nominalization in the sense, let me see the topic. First one, nouns can be made from other parts of speech in two ways. So nouns can be made from other parts of speech in two ways. ரெண்டு வழியில நம்மளால noun வந்து உருவாக்க முடியும். What are they? The first one, making nouns from verb. So making nouns from verb in the sense, when we are using the action word verb, we should make the noun as a naming word, right? The first one, suffixes such as ur, tion, sion, ment, anc can be added to verbs to change them into nouns. Actually verb kuda, verb oda root verb oda first thing, for root verb la nama suffixes ur அல்லது tion, sion, ment and anc இந்த மாதிரியான suffixes we should add to the verb, root verb. It will change into noun. Let me see the first one. Fail, failure. Combine, combination. Write, writing. Admit, admission. Enjoy, enjoyment. Attend, attendance. These are the nominalization word. Noun வந்து நாம எங்க இருந்து create பண்ணிருக்கோம், verb la suffix add பண்ணி we should change into noun, right? So as a noun, keep in your mind, this is called nominalization, right? So verb la இருந்து நம்ம change பண்ணலாம். அடுத்தது adjective ல இருந்து எப்படி change பண்ணலாம்னு பாருங்க. Making noun from adjectives. So making noun from adjectives in the sense, suffixes such as n, ess, anc, y, ity, enc, th can be added to adjectives to change them into nouns. So nominalization அப்படினு சொன்னா verbல இருந்தும் adjectiveல இருந்தும் எப்படி நாம noun உருவாக்குறது அப்படின்றத தான் பார்க்கறோம். So suffixes add பண்ணாலே it will change into as a noun, right? The first one we have seen, making nouns from verbs. So how to change the verb into noun. So here how to change the adjective into noun, right? So these are the suffixes form we should add after the adjective. It will change into noun formation. So for example, happy, you should add nes into that adjectives. It will change into noun, happiness. Ignorant, ignorance. Honest, honesty. Able, ability. Silence, silence. Wide, wide. Strong, strength. These are the nominalization. Keep in your mind how to change the noun from the other parts of speech. So right, we have learnt about nominalization and as well the types of noun. And the next one, the possessive form of nouns. Possessive form of nouns in the sense, we are using the apostrophe s, right? So ஒரு ownership பத்தி மென்ஷன் பண்ணக்கூடிய வார்த்தைகளை நாம என்ன சொல்லுவோம், possessive form சொல்லுவோம். A noun that expresses ownership or relationship indicates the possession, right? So a noun வந்து ஒரு ownershipையோ அல்லது relationshipையோ பத்தி மென்ஷன் பண்ணும்போது that is called possession, right? Possessive form of nouns, right? This is the second kind of noun types. So already we know countable na enna, uncountable na enna, singular na enna, plural na enna, male na enna, gender படிச்சிருப்போம் and numbers படிச்சிருப்போம், எல்லாமே படிச்சிட்டோம். So these are the two types we have learned in this video, in this chapter, in this 8th standard, right? The first one nominalization, second one possessive form of noun, right? The next one, look at the table, we can identify what is the possessive form. The first one, uses of noun plus apostrophe plus s. So how to use apostrophe plus s and how to change into those words. First one, with a person's name. When we are using the person's name, Rani's picture, Rohit's book, John's dog. The next one, with singular nouns and plural nouns not ending in yes. So s ல முடியாத singular noun இருக்கலாம், plural noun கூட இருக்கலாம், ஆனா அது ending எப்படி இருக்காது, s ல முடியாது. s ல முடியாத வார்த்தைகளா இருந்தா என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணும், a boy's hat, a tailor's shop, a child's toy. The next one பாருங்க, plural nouns ending in s take only an apostrophe placed after the plural s. So plural noun endingல s ல முடிஞ்சது அப்படினு சொன்னா அந்த s ஆல்ரெடி இருக்குறதுனால நாம என்ன யூஸ் பண்ண மாட்டோம், s apostrophe s யூஸ் பண்ண மாட்டோம், வெறும் apostrophe மட்டும் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். Look at that, students hostel, girls school, birds nests, right? So we should not add s, only we should add apostrophe alone, right? The next one, with names of country, city, state. Names of country, city, state in the sense India's freedom, Delhi's traffic. We should mention with the country, city, state, right? The next one, with animals, birds, inanimate things. So cat's eyes, cuckoo's song, earth's crust, right? So these are the animals, birds, inanimate things. The next one, with singular nouns denoting time, space. So when we are using the singular nouns as denoting time, so we should use apostrophe s. A week's leave, today's newspaper, we should use apostrophe s. And with idiomatic expressions, so idiomatic expressions in the sense it is a idioms. So when we are using the phrases and idioms as a concept thing, here we should use apostrophe s. A stone's throw, at an arm's length, right? So these are the idiomatic expression, we should add apostrophe plus s. The next one, with compound nouns, that last word takes the apostrophe and s. So when we are using the compound nouns change into singular form into plural form, the main head word should have yes form, right? When we are changing father-in-law, in the sense how to change into plural form, fathers-in-law, son-in-law, sons-in-law. But here when we are using apostrophe plus s, the end of the word, so the compound words final ending word has apostrophe plus s. So look at the example, father-in-laws and pop singers. So these are the compound words with apostrophe plus s. So this is a possessive form of nouns, right? So we have learned two types, and first one already types of nouns we have revised it, right? The next one, nominalization, we have learned in this video, and the next one, the possessive form of nouns we have learned, right? So keep in your mind, keep learning and stay safe in your home, right? So this is the final session to wind up our class session. We have learned nouns in 8th standard. So suppose if you are getting any doubts on this video, just refer in your textbook or else watch once again in this video and take notes from this video. You can understand what is in the topic, right? So we have learned about noun. So this is the final session. This is the time to wind up our class session, right? So revise it and keep in your mind, we have learnt almost 8 parts of noun, right? Suppose if you don't know anything about nouns, in the sense, just to go through the YouTube classes and just search the video in our school website, school channel. The first standard, second standard up to 8th standard have the videos about nouns. So you can learn one by one and you can easily catch up the topic nouns, right? So we have made many videos about nouns, right? So that is for your purpose. Keep learning and stay safe. We will see the next video with other interesting topics as well the flowcharts and as well the examples, right? Thank you. Have a marvelous day for you.